Hello, beautiful Libra, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm an evolutionary life coach, and today I have an intuitive message about your spiritual journey and your spiritual focus for this week. So, we're going to get started with the energy that the universe sends you to play with this week. This is your theme. Five of Wands. So, right away, vitality is coming through, a lot of energy that wants to be used. So, on one hand, you've got a lot of energy, but this card is asking you to make sure that it's used in a constructive way and that it's not jockeying with other energies for power, it's not struggling with other energies, but that it's also not being wasted. This card can also mean a lot of sexual vitality, and when we think of sexual vitality, we think of creativity. So it's making sure that your creative energy goes somewhere, that it's not just wasted in you running around or getting into fights or arguments or just doing things that aren't leading you anywhere, aren't really nourishing you. So taking advantage of your energy, of a lot of your fired up creative energy, and putting it to constructive use this week. Okay. Now, we've got the death card for the way that you are feeling in some respect this week. Is it the interaction of these two energies? No, okay, they're separate. So the death card, I see. Okay. We're feeling an ending. We're feeling like either something is coming to a close or something is evolving into a new phase. And there's a lot of jitteriness. It's not quite anxiety, it's not quite excitement, but it's somewhere in between the two. We're feeling a little bit of that about this transition point. And rather it's strange because I don't feel like these two cards are going together. I don't feel like these energies are really that compatible. Even visually to me they kind of clash. Um It's almost as if the universe is asking you to pull out of there and not worry so much about this ending or this transition or what's really happening, and just really look at where your energy is going. Look at how you're spending your time, look at how you're spending your thoughts, and where you're putting your energy. It's kind of like because there's some uncertainty here with this death card. There's an uncertainty about either where something's going or where something's headed, that the energy has a tendency to just do this because it's trying to cope with the unknown, and again and again and again focus your energy, know where you're putting your energy, be aware of where your energy is going, beware of distractions. Okay, I'm curious to see what the rest of your cards are going to be, but it's really energy management for you this week, Libra. Okay, so while I draw these next cards, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much for being a part of this community, which really cares about evolution and growth and spreading positivity. Thank you so much for being a part of that. Okay, interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to be drawing even more cards for you, Libra. We've got the Seven of Cups, we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Seven of Swords. So a couple sevens, and then the three in the middle. Ooh. Okay. I almost just want to skip straight to the advice for you and say, don't worry about it. All of these cards are trying to figure out where to go. They're trying to figure out on some level what to do. In the mental level, they're trying to form a plan. In the action level, they're trying to see what we're supposed to do. In the emotional level, we're stuck between what feels right and what doesn't feel right. And there's all of this energy of trying to figure out where to go. And so I can kind of see why it's scattered, because you see we've got even different elements going on. Air, the swords, fire, the wands, and cups, the water. So you've got everything except earth. And that in itself is a big message, Libra, because that means that you're not being grounded, that it's going to be very difficult to be grounded this week. And it is so important for you to be grounded this week. But before we talk about that, I want to go back into the cards. The Seven of Swords is pulling everything apart on the mental level, on the analysis level. It's trying to figure out what's going on. And there's also the sense that a lot of what's going on is kind of outside of you as well. Trying to figure out where the truth really lies with things, who can be trusted, who's not for your best interest, or who has kind of pulled the wool over your eyes. You're trying to sort it out. And you're also just trying to sort out what you think about everything, where you particularly stand. And we come next to the Three of Wands. And this, I feel, is the face that you're putting on to the outside. That you're like, yeah, I've got a plan. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm just waiting for the right moment. And there's a little bit of bravado in that energy, Libra, because it's covering up stuff in your mind. It's covering up your mind not being sure of where it wants to go, or you're even being emotionally not sure. But for some reason, you're not wanting to let anyone else know. So it's kind of like you make this persona like you're the brave adventurer, you're the bold, like, yeah, I'm not sure what the next step is, but I'll be fine. But you're not feeling that way inside. And that's why, you may find yourself doing things that don't quite make sense, because there's a disconnect between how you feel and what you're projecting out into the world. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups also. And the Seven of Cups is getting lost. So your Seven of Swords may have given you some options, but then your Seven of Cups is getting lost in, wow, okay, those words just came through very strong. The Seven of Cups is looking a little too close to himself. He's looking, how is this going to affect me? What is this going to do to me? It's not looking at the bigger implications. And again, we have a disparity here where this Three of Wands is looking out saying, well, this is the area of growth. And if we go this direction, then this will happen and this avenue will open up. And universally, this is what this means. When we start to act this way, this is how everything else is going to react. The Seven of Cups is looking a little much to their own pleasure. So do you see how all of these elements are conflicting? So let me get some advice cards for you. Okay, they're telling me just one. The Hanged Man. So Libra, none of this is necessary. The mental stuff, the show on the outside, the conflict, the feeling conflicted on the inside, it's not necessary. Drop it all. Come into the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is this energy of sweet, divine surrender. So saying, okay, the world has a plan for me. The universe has a plan for me. I'm going to surrender to it. I'm going to open myself up to it. It may mean that I'm taken someplace completely new. It may mean that I'll have to change my perspective, but I am surrendering. And you are going to reap the benefits of that harvest, you see? There's abundance for you in surrendering. So you don't have to fight this energy. You don't have to know where this energy is going. You don't have to analyze this energy this week, Libra. All you have to do is go with it, surrender with it, to it, flow with it. There's no water on this card, but I feel the energy of flow for you coming on off of it. That you're just going to go with the flow. You're just going to let it be. You're going to know it's okay. But anything that you're pushing against, any mental activity, any feeling activity that's just kind of running you in circles, any actions that you're really not sure where they're going to lead, but you're going to do them anyway just for the sake of doing them, to show that you know where you're going and what you're doing, you don't need to do any of that. Just get quiet, get grounded, and surrender to what's coming through for you, because the universe has a plan. The universe knows exactly what it's doing for you. for you. You notice I said that, what the universe is doing for you. Okay, Libra, I'm getting my signal to wrap it up. So, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for this opportunity to share my passions and what I truly love to do, which is give readings. I love giving these YouTube videos, and I'm also really tickled and grateful for those who have wanted one-on-one readings for me. And a lot have come through the channel, and I just love sharing the messages from the other side and being able to teach and help you get to the next place. So if you are interested, please check out my website, True Guidance Tarot, or share it with someone who might be. Otherwise, have a fantastic week. I'll see you next time.